I was just doing some research when I was shocked to find out only 10% of people can do a single pull up, which got me thinking. And then after a while, I got a brilliant idea. And I decided I was going to do 1,000 pull ups in 1 week. Day one. If I was going to complete the challenge, I would have to use my time as effectively as possible. That meant I had to wake up early and motivated so I could complete some pull ups before school started. I was able to find this great app. It's called the Motivational Alarm app or something like that. And basically, it lets me set motivational alarms like this one right here that genuinely helped me get motivated every morning and help me get that push to get me out of bed. You should try this app too. It's really great. And now that I could wake up motivated, I easily got out of bed and I went to do some pull-ups before school started. I then rested during school hours and then I went to do a few more after school had ended. Then decided I would go on a run after I got home, which in hindsight maybe wasn't the best idea. So you see, if I wanted to complete this challenge, I would have to average over 140 pull-ups per day. And all that run really did was make me more tired. But I still had some pull-ups to do. So I just had to do some pull-ups late in the evening, immediately after my run. And it was cold, but I just had to get it done there and then. And so I did. Despite the cold and my arm starting to feel sore, I pushed through and ended the day with 155 pull-ups. Day two, I woke up sore as hell, but that didn't matter. The goal remained the same. So I got up more motivated than ever and did some pull-ups before school started. Another problem that I was going to have to overcome was the fact that not every day was going to be the same because of school schedules and other external factors like that. So basically, I had to overcome my schedule and just do pull-ups whenever I could to maximize rest and the amount of pull-ups that I was going to be able to do on any given day. I also didn't have much time after school, so I had to do a lot more pull-ups at home. But since I didn't go running, I had a lot more time to take breaks in between. And I managed to do another 152 pull-ups that day. Which brings us to a total of 307. Day 3 was our first major setback. I managed to do some pull-ups before school started, but then it rained heavily for the rest of the day, and I was already very sore. And so I made the business decision that I would take a rest day, which meant I ended the day on a measly 29 pull-ups, which is way below the average that I need and could be detrimental for the rest of the challenge. Day 4, and I needed to start making up a lot of ground for yesterday. But luckily, resting actually helped me a lot. I wasn't feeling sore anymore, and I really felt like I could do a lot more progress today. So I woke up motivated and I went outside to do my pull-ups. I kept grinding all day, even after school, and on various different pull-up bars. I was more determined than ever, and I grinded pull-ups late into the night, just so I could make up yesterday's lost ground and bring my averages back up to where they need to be. Our total is now 500. Day 5, and I decided nothing was gonna stop me from doing this challenge. I was more motivated than ever, and despite my arms being sore, I went to do my now routine pre and after school pull ups. But today, I decided I was even gonna go during my short breaks in between classes. And even after I got home, I was more locked in than ever before. Going to do pull ups started feeling natural, and I started ignoring the pain. I was starting to become one with the pull ups, and nothing was gonna stop me. And I ended the day on 649 pull ups. Going to day 6, the weekend had finally arrived, which meant I had a lot more time to do pull ups and rest in between. But also, I was incredibly far from my goal. 351 pull-ups I still had to do, which meant I would have to use every second of the weekend just doing pull-ups and resting as effectively as possible to just have a chance at completing the challenge. And so day 6 started. I woke up early and went straight to the pull-up bars. But there was still no guarantee we would even make it. It was even looking unlikely. But I wasn't going to let that demotivate me. I just had to push through the pain and try to become one with the pull-ups. I was taking strategic breaks all throughout the day so I could get enough rest and maximize my pull-up output. But as the day went on, the pain grew more and more. It was getting harder and harder to ignore it. But I knew I had to keep going no matter what. And so I just kept grinding late into the night without even thinking of stopping or quitting. And after a hard fought day, I was left on 834 heading into the final day of. And so heading to the final day, I still had 166 pull-ups left to do. It was going to be very hard, but it was definitely doable. So that gave me the motivation that I needed to really go and do it on the final day. And so day 7 had started, and once again, I woke up early and motivated. For the final day, I went to my favorite pull-up spot and just started grinding away at these last few pull-ups. I promised myself that nothing was going to stop me from becoming one with the pull-ups. Even though I had never been this sore in my whole life, I kept ignoring the pain and just grinding, knowing that the goal was now within reach. But then, finally, after pushing through the pain and 6 days totaling 40 minutes of pure pull-ups, I was finally down to my final few pull-ups of the challenge. And so I managed to complete the challenge. But do I think anyone should try it at home? Absolutely not. This challenge brought me to my absolute limits, the extreme levels. And no one should do that. It's not healthy. Everyone should just train in moderation. This challenge was purely to prove a point that this was possible, but also I wanted to have proof that they did it. So we'll also be posting. I recorded every pull up, and I will be posting that soon. And you can go watch it if you want to, just so I can have proof and show that it was possible. So this challenge is purely to prove a point, and no one should actually try this at home because you train in moderation, how it feels right. And also didn't even get better at doing pull-ups because training to the extreme just doesn't work. Overtraining is something really bad and no one should do it. So train in moderation, and that should be the main takeaway from this video. That you have to train in moderation and never take anything to the extreme.